Welcome to Founders Club, the show for real estate entrepreneurs.
How are you leveraging virtual assistants right now in your business?
Yep. So it's kind of a cool combination because for us, we're doubling down on space versus virtual, right?
Okay.
Even if most agents work from home, as you know, I would say we've been tracking about 3% of agents rent from you.
Mm-hmm.
Either they're a big producer or a team, they need space. Otherwise, people work from home.
Yep.
But when they come into the office, we want to have a place for them to go to because over thousands of years, human want other human interaction.
Yep.
When you get out of their caves, they want to come into a place to all hang out, right?
Yep.
That's why you guys have a fun place too,
Yeah.
where you play foosball.
Yep.
I think you might have a keg even. I don't know if it's still there or not.
Yeah, it's there.
So you like that fun, okay? For us, the way we want to do it is we want people to have the opportunity to come and hang out. With that being said, we have multiple offices like you guys do. And because of that, we have people at each offices. So essentially, they're already virtual. And with technology nowadays, we do daily huddle with the staff. I don't, but someone doing it.
Okay.
And they do via Zoom.
Okay.
We're using technology.
Yep.
So we treat everybody like they're at the same office down the hall, just that our meeting is not, handshake, it's just they can see you. Which allow us now to have the new local to be global, right? So now it can be right next door or the other side of the world.
Yeah.
So we use some VA from the Philippines also help us. People use them for all different countries. So ours, half our staff are true virtual, and the other half is state virtual.
Okay.
So we have 3 people at our flagship location, and then 4 or 5 around other offices, and another 7 or 8 somewhere else. As we keep growing, we want to service our agent. And for us at that model, because of the favorable exchange rate in different part of the country, these people are making like 6 figures in their market, and we're able to scale and be more efficient and support our agent with that model. So for us, we leverage VA to help us grow.
And the ones that are overseas, what are the types of things that they're doing for you?
Very good question. So what we found to be the most efficient with our VAs are, especially in a different part of the world, is that their culture different, right? There's a different in there. So they don't understand certain things. Like when I used to do a lot of REOs, I remember hiring a couple of VAs, and after a while I get these questions like, hey, that house has furniture and that house don't. It doesn't have furniture. I'm like, well, not everyone do. So they don't know that furniture don't come with the house, right? Things like that.
Right.
So then we went to anything is checklist or process driven. It's the best for them. They just follow the process. Okay, I do this and then this happened, do this. Whereas thing that needs like on the spot solving and being creative is tougher.
Yeah.
So 80% of them, that's the best job. The other 20% can do that, but it's a different level. So we leverage that type of tasks to our VAs.
Okay.
And then our state side are handling the people part. Like you need to have people at the office because an agent pop in. How do I use the printer again?
Right.
It doesn't work.
How do I get on the Wi-Fi?
That's
all
right.
that kind of stuff.
That's not a VA type, right?
Right.
This is a relationship. But whereas the task-oriented, that's how we're leveraging them.
I love that. And then did you use an agency to find those, or how are you finding your VAs?
Yep, there are many ways you can go directly. We enjoy the agency because someone can help us do all this stuff.
Yeah. There's usually a manager in place.
That's right. So then it's kind of like your Indeed for VA, right? They bring you the qualified candidates.
Okay.
We interview them. We like them. If something doesn't work out, we say we don't. They replace us with another candidate. So we like that. Could we go directly? Probably, but we want to focus on what we're best at, right?
Totally.
Not dealing with that.
Totally. And what service is that, or what agency do you guys use?
So there's many different out there. So shout out to MOD. That's who we use.
MOD?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I can't remember what they stand for anymore.
Well, Google it. MOD Virtual Assistant. I'm
So there's
sure you'll
virtual
find
desk,
it.
there's VA hubs.
Yep.
So yes, we use
And
MOD.
then I think you hit something on the head, which was they've got to be just very linear processes. I think that's what VAs are best at in terms of what they can help you with. So what are you using to manage that? Is it like a Trello board, or is it like what are you?
That's
what are you
one
using?
of them. So we do use the Trello board.
Okay.
So here's all the steps, right? You're very right. They're best at linear stuff. After this, then this. Matter of fact, we actually use that to build the system and process. We call it the and then what exercise.
Okay.
Okay. So we reverse engineer back to build this. So this is the listing process. So an agent got a listing, and then what? They fill this paperwork out, and then what? They turn it in, and then what? And then what? We built that backward, and then they follow the process the other way around.
That's perfect.
So we do use Trello quite a bit, and checklists and all of that stuff.
Anything else other than Trello?
And then just daily communication.
Okay.
Okay, because we want to make sure everyone's know what the left hand's doing with the right hand.
Yeah.
So it's like all, because as a CEO.
So not to cut you off there, you're talking to your VAs daily?
Yeah, our
Okay.
team
Okay.
run that.
And that's just a daily Zoom call?
Yep, all the time. So every morning, and then sometimes something really quick, we Zoom. We use Google Hangouts as well.
Okay.
So we're, hey, quick. So we literally, instead of going to the hall to talk to them and have them come to the office, we're just using technology.
Yeah.
So they're literally in communication all the time.
Love that. And then what about keeping them accountable? How do you make sure they're actually doing the checklist, that they're not missing steps, or that it's getting done right?
Yep, inspect what you expect, right? So we always constantly do that to make sure that they are keeping up with what they're doing, completing their tasks, doing a good job.
And what does that look like? Because obviously you're not checking every single one. Is that just spot checking one every 30th thing that they've done, or?
Yep, so we can see on Trello more,
Okay.
like what's been checked up, what's been completed, and then, we do spot check to make sure that the quality is there.
Great.
So it's just a process system we have in place.
I was going to ask, emails, do you have someone managing your emails for you?
Yep. So when I did a lot of bank-owned stuff, I was actively involved in it. So one thing that you need to do is process system, right? So I create an email that I myself have access to and my assistant.
Got it.
So then we're both seeing it, but she's handling all the tasks. I'm just seeing what's happening. So I still do now in most certain way, but for me, I've also done a really good of keeping separate emails. What I mean by that is some you just get a ton of,
Yeah.
junk mail.
Some just get bombarded.
That's right. So, so I got my personal email and kind of my task email. So one thing we do really good in our business is create departmental task email. Like agent services at, broker services
Broker
at.
team at,
That's
whatever.
right, versus the person. Because you might move around,
Yep.
they might quit, they might leave. You don't need to change that. So with that being said, we can create, shadow or ghost email where we can oversee that kind of stuff.
To listen to this full Founders Club interview, go to foundersclub.tv.